Motorola. You all know Motorola evolved from the company called, Six Sigma evolved from the company called Motorola. In 1980s, the Motorola was struggling to maintain the desired level of quality. If you are struggling to maintain the desired level of quality, what will happen? Your market will fall down. Right? That time Motorola was manufacturing televisions in the brand name called Quasar, and then there were a lot of quality issues. Quality issues can be internal, can be external. A quality issue is considered internal if it is detected internally. The issue will be called external if it is detected outside of your organization. If somebody outside of your organization detects a failure, that is an external failure, very dangerous. Your brand image will go down. Brand image will go down. And then it will become a costlier thing for you. So the Quasar televisions were failing in the market. Why it is failing? Because they were very bad at resolving the failures internally. If you don't resolve the failures internally, then external failures will happen. So the
low battery, please charge.
Signals of external failures are the clues that you have a poor system to identify the failures internally, and your prevention and correction, both of them are not up to the mark. How do we understand? Because external failures are happening. So this was happening with Motorola. So Motorola decided they do not know how to sort it out, and they decided to sell this brand. And this brand was taken over by a Japanese firm called Matsushita Electric. And then what they did is they first worked on internal failure. They had a proper mechanism to monitor all the internal failure. The quality checks were increased, and then they corrected certain things and then prevented certain things. And this kind of correction and prevention management ensured that there are no external failures happens if our product goes to the market, right? So as a result, the same product Quasar have become very popular and then become a preferred product in the market. And seeing the success of the Quasar, the head of Motorola, Robert Bob Galvin, you're seeing him here. He understood one thing: the problem is not only with the quality of the product, the problem is also with our approach towards quality. And that is why the same product, after taken over by some other firm, could be made to perform better in the market. And so he challenged his people to raise the company at least tenfold in the next 5 years. And the responsibility was given to Bill Smith and Michael Harry. Bill Smith is an engineer and Michael Harry is a statistician. So both of them were given the responsibility to lift the company and then grow the company tenfold in the next 5 years. So what do you think they could have adopted? They have decided to monitor and then control all the internal failures which are there currently in Motorola. So for that matter, they developed a statistical approach. Why do you need statistics? Statistics means dealing with the numbers. If you really wanted to monitor something, then you must measure. When you measure, what do you get? You get data. And that is nothing but statistics. So this Bill Smith and Michael Harry developed a statistical approach, a metric-based approach. That means for everything there is a number. Everything there is a number. So in order to understand how the machine is maintained, they developed a metric. Like today we are using MTTR, mean time to repair, mean time to failure, and some metrics are always there, right? So they developed a statistical and metric-based system. If the metrics are not healthier, then they immediately react and then improve the systems and the processes, and thereby internal failures are addressed internally. If you do that, external failures will become rare. And in order to achieve that, both Bill Smith and Michael Harry, they also used a theory called theory of normal distribution. A theory of normal distribution was introduced by a famous German mathematician called Carl Friedrich Gauss. So according to Carl Friedrich Gauss, any natural event in this world happens no, in a particular way. If you collect or any process, right? Any natural process in this world will follow only will follow a specific pattern called normal distribution. If you collect some data from the process and then visualize it using some graph, maybe we call it histogram, right? You visualize it, it will look like a bell shape, right? And this idea of normal distribution, or this principle of normal distribution, was used by Bill Smith and Michael Harry, and then using which they also developed a problem solving approach. They also developed a problem solving approach. At that time, it contained 4 phases. Then it is 4 phases: measure, analyze, improve, and control. Measure the problem, analyze the problem for the root cause, improve the process by fixing the root cause, and then control the process. Why should I control the process? When I control the process, the benefits achieved can be sustained for a longer period of time. That means the same problem cannot come again. So they developed a 4-phase approach, and this 4-phase approach solved majority of the internal failures, internal problems in Motorola. And then their products, when they go to the market, all of them were defect free. And this has helped Motorola save an amount of $16 billion in a tenure of 10 years. And Motorola was also awarded Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. And Bill Smith and Michael Harry, they knew that according to the principle of normal distribution, if you center your process at a distance of 6 sigma units from the customer specified limit, maybe a difficult statement for all of you, but anyway, I have to explain this, right? So if you center your process at a distance of 6 sigma units from the customer specified limit, your process will start producing defect-free products. Your process will start producing defect-free outputs. If at all there are failures, the expected number of failures are limited to 3.4 DPMO. 3.4 DPMO, where DPMO stands for defects per million opportunities. That means when I produce, let's say, 1 million products, the possible number of defects is limited to 3.4. This is the benchmark, value which is set by Bill Smith and Michael Harry. If you achieve 6 sigma level of if you achieve the 6 sigma capability for any process, right? So for you to understand or appreciate the statement better, you really have to understand what do we mean by centering the process. That's where statistics comes into picture. That's where statistics comes into picture. So where is my process centered? You need to know the central tendency, and that center, how long it is from the customer specified limit. If you simply ensure the distance is equal to 6 sigma and above, close your eyes, your process will start delivering defect-free outputs, right? So this is the theory behind 6 sigma, and then this worked very well for Motorola, and as a result, Motorola has become saved